gentlemen, this is Dr. Yavuz Selim Sılay, senior anchorman from the very popular program News Plus, covering more than 900 million viewers across more than 40 countries in Africa. Greetings from Ntr TV. We are now live, and actually our first coverage, the first 40 minutes, will go and talk about the situation in Nigeria. When you look at it, there is a big crisis going on in Nigeria right now. And when you look at it, the demonstrations which started in Lagos and the capital Abuja with the calls of celebrities and activists, now on the social media, after the death of a very young person by SARS in the Delta state of Nigeria 2 weeks ago, then quickly spread throughout the country. Nigerians living in European countries and Canada also participated in the protest during the weekend. We will join to Esther shortly. She is right now actually in the event scene. But before that, let's check a 4-minute video, and then we'll connect directly to Nigeria right on the ground. Let's check the video.
In the morning, in the afternoon, especially at night, you're not free to walk around. You'll be scared of police. Chain I'm wearing, there's a meaning to this chain. We are living in bondage. We are not free in our own country.
Nigerians like Terry Murphy are outraged and fed up over police brutality by the Special Anti-Robbery Squad known as SARS. The infamous unit has long been accused of unlawful arrests, torture, and murder.
Killing our boyfriends, stop killing our children, stop!
Protests began last week after the video of a man allegedly being killed by SARS went viral earlier this month. This is footage from 2014 showing a young man being hit by armed policemen. It's abuse like this that protesters want to stop. For years, SARS has been accused of harassing and extorting money from young Nigerians, especially those who are well-dressed and seen in expensive cars. Almost everyone has a story.
I'm a woman. I come back at night. Police will tell me that when they get money to buy my vehicle, they'll call me prostitute. We cannot do that. I work too hard for my money, man.
The country's head of police, Mohammed Adamu, has tried to placate the protesters by saying he's heard their chants.
The Special Anti-Robbery Squad of the Nigerian Police, otherwise known as SARS, is hereby dissolved.
President Buhari followed with a tweet.
The disbanding of SARS is only the first step in our commitment to extensive police reforms.
But the dissolution of SARS comes with a catch. Officers will be redeployed to other police units. For the past week, the hashtag #EndSARS has been trending online. It's become more than just about SARS. Demonstrators are calling for change across the entire Nigerian police force. They also want justice and compensation for the victims of police brutality, the creation of an independent body to oversee allegations of abuse, and psychological evaluations for former SARS officers before they are redeployed to other police units. The fight against excessive force may not be over yet. Demonstrators are being dispersed using tear gas, water cannons, and live ammunition. Amnesty International has said at least 10 protesters have been killed so far. The SARS unit was set up in 1992 to tackle armed robbery and violent crimes. At the time, officers weren't in uniforms and operated as a faceless 15-member security team. Anonymity was considered vital for their work. As the police unit grew, so did their power. They became brutal. Many Nigerians saw SARS as a replica of the very groups they were meant to tackle. A report by Amnesty International documented 82 cases of SARS mistreating, torturing, and executing detainees from January 2017 to May 2020. People across the country are aching for change. This is the 4th year the government has promised to reform or shut down the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. So, what's different this time? Is this really a new chapter for police reform in Nigeria and a victory for people's power?
As you have seen, this is the situation about SARS. It is now becoming a part of a global campaign against SARS. And as I mentioned, SARS is actually a special anti-robbery squad, which has been drawn the backing of the likes of Twitter founder Jack Dorsey, Star Wars actor John Boyega, US rapper Kanye West, and footballers Mesut Ozil as well as Marcus Rashford. And the protesters clearly demand the dissolution of SARS, the bringing of the SARS personnel who killed the civilians to justice, and the release of those detained in the demonstrations. During the demonstrations that continue in a different state of the country every day, security units oversee the process carefully. As the protest turned violent, as of yesterday, it was reported that a 24-hour curfew was declared in the Edo state from 16 p.m. due to the increased violence. Ladies and gentlemen, Musa Sagir, a spokesperson for the Nigerian army, told reporters that the soldiers descending on the streets are part of the operation launched this week. Sagir stated that the soldiers will not target any anti-SARS protesters. We will get the latest developments in the region on the ground right now, despite risking her life. From my dear colleague, journalist, brave friend Esther James at Ntr TV. We will also later receive analysis. We have invited the Nigeria ambassador of Ankara, Mr. İlyasu Audu about these protests. But let's first get to Esther. Esther, we're with you right now. Thank you for joining from Nigeria.
Thank you very much, sir, and thank you for having me on this report. My name is Esther James from NTR. I am currently at the protest in Plateau State Close on the airport.
Esther, you are now in Nigeria and you have been following what is happening there for a while. Can you tell us about the latest developments and where you are?
The protest.
So what is the current situation?
Yeah, the latest current situation now is there was a problem in the town terminus. The protesters against other people who were hired to come and disrupt the protest. So now the youth are saying the governor of Plateau State has not addressed them, so they have no reason to stop the protest. Everywhere is been blocked, even the main road, the main market is blocked. And this afternoon there was a fight, and we don't know if it's the protesters or people against the protesters setting fire on people's car. So as you can see from behind me, the protest, this is where the protest happens every day, and this is the 12th day.
I know you're in a difficult situation. We really appreciate your hard work. The incident was reflected in the world public opinion as a police brutality. Can you give us some information about what really happened from what you can gather, Esther? What did really happen, Esther? Can you tell us? So what really think with the SARS activities and that young kid that, you know, the Nigerian young person by the SARS in Delta says 2 weeks in Nigeria ago, do you think the protesters demanding clearly what they want? Do you know what the protesters clearly demand?
The network is breaking, but I got to hear a little part of the question, which is, do I think the protesters are actually fighting for the boy who was killed, or is about police brutality? If this is right, yes, it started with the killing of that young man, but as it is right,
I can see that she is in a challenging environment, and we are very sorry about being on the ground and risking her life. I want to thank Esther James for her hard work. And this shows Ntr TV's strength on the ground in Nigeria right now, trying to find a solution. And we are a balanced television. We want to get the opinion of the government officials, the SARS people, as well as the people on the street, and show the truth, because as News Plus, we are behind the truth. And the question is, will the SARS brutality stop? Because there are several protests going on, And the violence can happen due to some provocators, but it can also happen because of the really brutality that is increasing and not giving a clear command. So therefore, I will go ahead and try to understand, analyze further why the protesters are so angry with the SARS unit and what are the measures taken by the security forces. After this advertisement, commercial advertisement, we'll try to reconnect back to Esther and try to get the answer. Let's go ahead and check this commercial, and then we'll see if we can connect back to Esther James. She is right now in Nigeria risking her life on the ground among the protesters. Let's check this commercial break, and we will be right back. Stay tuned to NTR with Dr. Yavuz Selim Sılay at News Plus, which is the most viewed news analysis show, which is talking about only the truth. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to News Plus. This is your senior anchorman, Dr. Yavuz Selim Sılay. I'm really thrilled and excited to bring you live very important topics. We were just in Nigeria live, and now we're going to host a very important colleague, a good friend of us, Mustafa Sakızlı. He is the director of Bina Business Incubator. And as you know, Libya is one of the most important countries in Africa. And Turkey, Africa, and all the developments around the world is becoming more and more crucial. And I want to get to my dear friend and colleague, Mustafa Sakızlı, Bina Program Director, who is doing an amazing job in Istanbul. Dear Mustafa, welcome to NTR.
Thank you very much, Yavuz Bey. Nice to see you again.
Thank you. We're honored to have you. And dear Mustafa, we know you very well, but for our viewers, could you please introduce yourself?
Yavuz Bey, I am Mustafa Sakızlı. I am from Libya. I studied computer science from the US, and I also took my MBA. And I started my business in Libya in the 90s and 2000s. And then after the Libyan revolution, I entered into projects of state building and development in Libya. And this led to what I'm doing now. I am the director of the Bina program, which is a program that is supporting fragile countries to rebuild their institutions, their economy, and to build the capacity of the youth. And we started with Libya to help the Libyan state to be rebuilt.
Mustafa, what you're doing is very important. It aligns with our vision. We want to give hope, future strength, jobs, opportunities for our dear brothers and sisters in Africa and in Turkey. There is so much potential, and I'm really glad you are doing what you're doing right now. I want to ask you an important question, dear Mustafa. What do you think about the trade and the entrepreneurial relations right now between Turkey, Libya, and Africa and the rest of the world? Do you think we are at the right potential? And how does COVID-19 impacted it?
I think we have a lot of work to do, Yavuz Bey. Turkey is a strong power, economic power in the region. Turkey is our partner in Africa and especially in Libya. We need to network. We need to have more partnerships between our industries. Turkey is our big brother, our abi, as you say in Turkish language. We need Turkey's support to rebuild our states, our institutions, and our economy in Libya and in Africa. And why I say Turkey? Because myself, I have an experience with some other countries when I proposed our projects for state building, small business development, entrepreneurship to other European countries. Many of these countries were not keen to support us in these hard times because of security issues, because of instability, while when we talk with our Turkish brothers, they were ready to support us in economy development, even though they know we are in hard times. lack of security and lack of stability. So we have a lot to do. We need to have partnerships between our economy sectors. We need to have projects for rebuilding our economy and our institutions. Concerning COVID, I think is a temporary phase that we will go over it. But it has been a challenge and it has been also an obstacle. But in the same time, it is opportunities. For example, our project, the Bina project for helping small business to develop and helping young people to build their own business, it made us concentrate on technology, training, Uzak A-team, as you say, training online, education online, new projects that take advantage of the internet and take advantage of new technologies. So it is a challenge that I am sure we will take it and it will pass. But meanwhile, it is an opportunity that we have to take advantage of.
I agree with you, dear Mustafa. You know, the biggest companies, the biggest new technology leaps happened during Great Depression. You know, in the United States, when they were struggling in Great Depression, they generated actually the biggest companies which actually made America, America. And the same for this region, in this emerging economies. We have the youth, we have the technology, we have the right people, we have the right intention. We just need to build the right systems. And thanks to you and thanks to Bina Business Incubator for doing such an important job right at the heart of Istanbul and also connecting the communities and training our youngsters. And as you mentioned, the great nation of Libya and Turkey have been in the history as brothers together. And I want to learn more from you, dear Mustafa. Your vision is very important. Turkey and Libya relations are historically very strong, and it is getting stronger every day. So what is your vision as Bina Business Incubator for the entrepreneurs, for the companies, and even for the non-governmental organizations? What should they do to actually make this relationship and the trade volume stronger? And what does the Bina Incubator, Business Incubator role is to strengthen the economic ties between Libya, Turkey, and within Africa?
Great question, Yavuz Bey. You see behind me, there is a map of Libya and there is a map of Turkey. And there is a bridge between them. What we are trying to do is we are trying to bridge Libyans and the Libyan population and the Libyan institutions with our brothers in Turkey. What we do, we have an incubator here in Istanbul, in Yildiz Technopark, affiliated with Yildiz Technical University. As you know, it is one of the most advanced universities in technology in Turkey. They have, their expertise in entrepreneurship. So what we do, we have also our incubator in Libya. We encourage young Libyans to apply for our competitions for SMEs and entrepreneurship development. They apply, we select the best of them. We give them education, training on entrepreneurship, finance, business modeling, business planning, feasibility studies. And then towards the end, they have the complete business plan. We try to find them the right partner in Turkey. So we have initiatives in Libya, small business in Libya. We partner them with Turkish companies. We are discussing with DEIK, with the Musyad, Bilishim Vadisi, and other institutions in Turkey, Kozgep, how to partner small business in Libya, have matchmaking with the Turkish companies. So we have new joint ventures that will benefit our Libyan economy, our new entrepreneurs and startups, our small business, linking them to Turkish companies that will also benefit in entering the Libyan market. And through the Libyan market, they can also enter into Africa. You know, Libya, if you see the map, it is in the center of North Africa. From Libya, you can go to Chad, Niger, Nigeria, Mali, all these countries, Algeria, Egypt, Sudan, they are all around Libya. So Libya can be the gate to Africa, and with our partnership, we can also help our African brothers. So this is what we are trying to do. Now we are specifically working for Libya, but also we have been discussing with our Nigerian brothers and our Somali brothers similar Bina initiatives.
You know, on one side you see so much destruction and torture and, you know, horrible things happening in the world. But when I see, on behalf of News Plus and NTR, amazing initiatives like Bina, my hope always goes up, dear Mustafa. And I want to learn more about what you are and your amazing team is doing. So what other countries in Africa, Bina is actually working, either created or working on creating incubators?
So, Yavuz Bey, now we have a competition in Libya. We are incubating 79 small businesses in Libya. We are doing training through our eBina platform. We have also coaches and trainers, Libyans in Libya, and also internationals through our eBina platform. They have been going through intensive training, 120 hours of training, business training. They will be incubated, and then we'll select amongst them the best of them to partner them with Turkish companies. We are also now in the incubator. We have young Syrians, young Libyans, young Egyptians, Yemenis, who are now getting training and starting up their businesses. And we call this competition Nama. We have 32 small businesses and startups now. They are engaging also with Turkish businessmen, with Turkish institutions and funds in Turkey that are trying to enter into partnerships with them to launch their businesses. And launching their businesses will benefit the Turkish economy and also will benefit their home countries. Our new plan in November, we are planning with a Dutch NGO that supports fragile country and the Islamic Development Bank to launch a similar competition in Somalia with 2 incubators in Somalia where we will build their capacity. They will take our procedures, our software, and our methods of training and incubation and curriculum. And we will launch a competition for 50 young Somali entrepreneurs who will go through the same process. They will come also here to the Bina incubator, and they will be also match-made with Turkish companies. So we'll build a new bridge with Somalia, and we are hoping that we will keep on continuing these bridges between Turkey and our beautiful and rich African continent that is rich in minerals and also rich because of the brains and the ambition of its youth.
It's all about the people, and people matters. And that's our really focus, trying to empower these young people, show them the way and let them succeed, bring the best out of them and bring them with the right investors and the right marketing and business plan to make them global brands. I want to thank you for your hard work. And it's so interesting because today we made an agreement with the Somalian, a very important Somalian group. And we are actually also starting STR, Somalian Turkish television. I want to actually announce this also officially with Mr. Abdullah Muhammad, who has been the spokesperson from 2010 2018 in the Somalian parliament on behalf of the Somalian government. We will be with him actually with the invitation of Ethiopia embassy this Friday, attending a very important event in Ankara, and we want to invite you as well. I think for your program with the Dutch NGO, with others and Islamic Development Bank, we'll be honored to also support you on behalf of NTR and STR and do our best to shine our young entrepreneurs and truly make them global. So both on behalf of my company, Istanbul Consulting Group, as well as NTR and STR, I want to provide my friendship and support and see what we can do together, dear Mustafa.
Great, Yavuz Bey. Then be prepared very soon that you will have our announcement for the Somali competition for youth and young entrepreneurs on STR and NTR. And please think in the near future to start your LTR, Libya TR.
Deal. This is a historical moment. We're writing down. We will start with Dear Mustafa and Bina Business Incubator together, LTR, inshallah. And also, we are organizing the World Islamic Health Union Congress every year. More than 70 different NGOs from different countries, from United States to Asia. They all attend, and it will happen in 2020. And I am personally responsible of organizing this very important event. We will also have a competition there, and I will also provide opportunities over there, specifically as partner, as Bina Business Incubator, and whoever you want. This will be an online hackathon, and I want to also extend that invitation to you officially, dear Mustafa.
Yavuz Bey, some of our projects that are incubated here are in the health sector.
Excellent.
So this would be a very good opportunity for them to show their projects and maybe get also some support.
Well, the idea is to really grow and bring the energy. And during these difficult times, during COVID-19, find the right ways to actually enhance your business. So, Mustafa, I want to hear from you. I mean, you are a multicultural person. You have lived in Africa, around the world, in Turkey. You are actually working in Turkey, doing an amazing job, which is really looked upon, highly regarded by around the world by entrepreneurs as well as investors. I'm very interested to hear some of your personal memories when you are in Africa, during your visits to Africa, when you are in Libya or in Turkey. I mean, what can you share for our African viewers, our 900 million viewers across 42 countries, your interesting memories that you want to share with our viewers?
Yavuz Bey, the memories that stick in my mind and I am very fond of, and I think this is what makes us continue doing our work and gives us the ambition and the courage, is dealing with young Africans, dealing with smart, very intelligent young Somalis with their ambition and their vision to rebuild their country. Young youth from different African countries, from Libya, from Tunisia, who are very keen to support their country, who follow the latest technology. And as you know, the world has been a global village. So these young people, they are very keen to rebuild their countries. They are very proud also. Many of them, they speak to me about state building, about being fed up from some of these, colonializing powers, previous powers, that are looking down upon them. They think they are intelligent and they are creative and they can rebuild their countries. So this is really what affects me when I visit some of these countries. I see a reviving, I see hope, and I see, young, free Africans who want independent, strong states, and they want to be part of this change.
Well, on behalf of Ntr TV, we only wish the best for the great nation of Libya and our Libyan brothers and sisters, as well as the entire African brothers and sisters. Africa is rising, and truly, the future is Africa. And that's the only reason Ntr TV is the only Turkish television broadcasting to Africa. And our vision is to grow Africa, make it stronger, and create always win-win opportunities for Libya, Turkey, and the rest of Africa. That's what we truly believe in. And I want to get your opinion in general, as on behalf of Bina Business Incubator and on behalf of yourself, dear Mustafa, how do you see our show News Plus as well as what we are doing as Ntr TV?
Doing a great job, Yavuz Bey. Ntr TV is doing a great job. You are touching areas that many other media does not touch. Such shows are the ones that can connect people, that can make networking between Turkish economy, Turkish public opinion, and also African economy and African public opinion. I think this is very important. Media is very important. Most of the media, Western media, for example, they only care about politics or conflicts. they also show the dark side of Africa. They magnify it. They show that Africa is a country of poverty, of conflict, insecurity, instability. What you are doing is the opposite. You are showing hope, you are showing opportunities, you are showing great possibilities in Africa. And this is what makes what you are doing quite great. Plus, Yavuz Bey, this is an important message to my African brothers and also to our Turkish brothers. The relation between Turkey, Turkish businessmen, Turkish government, Turkish people and the African people is a relation of partnerships. It is not a relation of colonializing or looking upon other nations.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, I have dealt with other countries and other governments and other institutions. They, when they come to Libya or to Africa, they come as if they are coming from a high position and we are under that position. And this is not true. We have our smart, intelligent people. We have hope. It is true that our situation now is not the best, but that does not mean that we'll continue like this. I am sure we will have our, reviving of our civilization and building our economy and building our state. So I hope Turkey and the Turkish people and Turkish businessmen and government continue in building this partnership relation. Partners and not, coming from high standard like we have seen from other countries.
Dear Mustafa, I'm not choosing my mom and dad. You're not choosing your mother and father. We are all equal like the teeth of a comb. And, regardless, there are times we can be in power position, we can be poor. And, when you look down on some people or nations, actually you're tried. My Syrian brothers are going through this tribulation, maybe because during the Iran-Iraq war, when Iraqis actually were in a bad position in Syria, maybe some of them, Allah knows the best, look down on them. But as the Turkish nation, even half Turks become Muslim. In 756, during Talas war, 756 years after Christ, there were two armies fighting to each other. And the one which was losing, Turkish people said, without knowing which one is which one, they said, let's go and help the one losing. They did not say, let them fight each other and then we kill the rest. And then that's how Turkish became Muslim, in Talas war in 756. And in anyone, not just Turkish people, in our heart, in our deep heart, we know having mercy to each other. These are the wisdom that is coming from every Christianity, Judaism, Islam, Buddhism, in all religions. If you go back to the soul, heart, it comes with mercy. So regardless of faith, regardless of nation, we need to embrace each other and we should not have any prejudice. And that's what we believe in. And that's what actually is making Turkey stronger. So I want to get your final verse and I will close this show. What are your final messages, dear Mustafa, for our African brothers and sisters?
My final message for our African brothers, we need to rebuild our states. We need to rebuild our economies. Your youth are your source of power. Your youth are the fuel that will rebuild your economies. We have rich countries. Let's invest in education. Let's invest in small business. Let's invest in entrepreneurship. Let's put our hands in the hands of our Turkish brothers who are very sincere and are very keen to have a win-win partnership. Let's also network amongst each others in Africa and rebuild our continent. Our continent deserves to be a well-developed continent. Our people have starved, have lived in poverty. Let's change all of this, and the future is ours with our Turkish partners and our Turkish brothers.
Dear Mustafa Sakızlı Bey, on behalf of Ntr TV, I want to thank you and also Bina Business Incubator and our Libyan brothers and sisters for doing a phenomenal job I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're doing this work. And we don't count this. This is just a beginning. We would love to host you in Ankara in our studios, and we will come and visit you. And I'm sure this is a big partnership for our supporting all of our African brothers, sisters, and humanity. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Yavuz Selim Sılay, senior anchorman, live broadcasting to more than 900 million viewers across more than 40 countries. And please stay tuned to NTR with News Plus every Tuesday at 1 p.m. African time and 4 p.m. Turkish time. We will always bring you only the truth, because human matters and only the truth matters. Take care and all the best. Bye.